I have been having so many conversations with my clients and even friends and peers operating and leading from the multi 7 and 8 figure level around really honing their unique, distinctive edge in the market. And that is something that we are going to talk about inside business artistry because the industry is missing artistry. It's missing originality. And your artistry is your unique edge. Your artistry is what puts you in an industry of your own. Your artistry is the third door. There's a book called The Third Door, and the concept is that success works like a nightclub. There's a main entrance where everybody kind of flocks towards. There's a VIP back door entrance that's a little bit more low-key and exclusive. And there's always a third door that nobody tries. Your method, your way, your approach, your artistry is the third door for your people. It's the way that you see the world. It's the way that you approach helping people. It's the values you hold. It's the lived experiences that you've embodied. And nobody else can offer it like you, articulate it like you, embody it like you, or vibrationally compete with you in any way. And you know what? You show up differently and you own your work and your expertise differently and you speak differently and you just embody a different vibration when you understand you're in a lane of your own. It is the most liberating magnetic thing. Your artistry is literally the unique gifts and wisdom given to you by God Himself. It is the way that you do things. It's the way that you see things. It's the way that you talk about things. This is the way that you are always intended to change the world. The problem is that we have been sold frameworks and mainstream strategies that were created by men for men based on how men buy, sell, and biologically operate. And we, as dynamic women, have range. We play in such a wide, wild spectrum. And we're meant to, we're intended to. It's our superpower. Our creative energy, our intuition, our ability to take situations, variables, and resources and make art with them, these are our gifts. And so our artistry was never, ever, ever, ever meant to be diluted down into a framework or a niche. We are living in an era of business where you are the niche. You are the industry, where the more embodied you are in your own creative range and expression, the more the right people will gravitate towards you and become loyal, loving members of your community for years to come. Because people are sick of performative content, and you are sick of performing. I have heard people talking lately saying things like, business has felt harder this year compared to previous years, or it feels like you have to put in a lot of legwork to get people to pay attention these days, saying things like, I wish my business felt more stable than it currently does. People take longer to invest these days. Selling high ticket is harder. All of these things are the cost of diluting your artistry. When you play down your message, when you play down your personality, when you play down your belief systems, you become the gray area. And it's from good intent, right? Like, you're trying to express yourself in a strategic and concise way, and I want it to land, and I don't want to leave anyone out. I want it to resonate. And the problem is you end up sounding like a regurgitation of something that your ideal client has already tried, and it hasn't worked for them. And so unconsciously, they are glazing right past what you're saying, because instead of embodying what makes you unique and one of a kind, what you're you're saying and posting and putting out there and selling, it feels familiar. And so people are going, okay, been there, done that. That doesn't work. Trying to find my unique solution. And it's not because you lack uniqueness. I know so many of you are probably thinking, I don't have a unique solution. I don't know what makes me different in the market. Literally, being unique is not something that you have to try to do. You are making it harder than it actually is. Being unique is being you. The work here is being all of you, playing in your full fucking range, allowing your multi-passionate nature to come out, not trying to narrow yourself down, not trying to put on the performance, not trying to angle your content, not trying to be the authority or be this way or say this thing or move in this way so people buy from you, right? We're so consumed with making sure our input has an output as business owners, right? We're centered really around getting something in a lot of ways. Let me say it this way that this bro marketer said so that someone will buy from me. Let me use this coach's strategy, even though I don't really think I like it, so that I can make more money because she makes 30K months. Let me niche down because this person said the way to millions is niching down and I'll be able to hit this amount of money, right? Through that, we lose our art, we lose our spark, we lose momentum because we are then in the gray area. Your colorful and vibrant, distinctive edge, your uniqueness in the market is who you are. It's your DNA. This is when everything becomes relevant. Everything becomes a money-making story. Everything becomes content. Everything ties back into what you're selling. Everything sells everything always. And I was talking to a private client today, and something that we have been working really deeply on together over the past couple months is really honing her movement, her message. What movement is she leading? Let's really clarify this uniqueness that you bring to the table. And toward the end of our coaching call, I was like, all right, tell me why your way is the best way. Tell me why your way is the way. It is the unique solution. It is better and different compared to what's out there. Sell me on it. We have to be able to do that. We have to be able to articulate that to our people. And she was like, oh, interesting. Something's coming up here. I'm noticing that I feel like I don't have the proper quote unquote credentials to brag on. I don't have this kind of degree. I don't have the things in place that I think would contribute to making this unique. And I said, oh my God, this is exactly why people need you. The things that you think make you smaller or diluted or less than, that's your gift. That's your unique edge. That's your advantage point. That's how you spin it. It's your leverage. Don't hide it, flaunt it. What is it like to be a creative leader who has nothing to hide? I'm not trying to avoid talking about the things that feel alive to me because, oh, they don't fit into my content pillars. Oh, I can't tie it back to my launch. Oh, it doesn't make sense or fit into this box. The full range of you. Your interests, your habits, your quirks, the way that you say things, the way that you deliver things. I was talking to a really successful business owner, one of my friends. She has an 8-figure company. She's massively successful. She was picking my brain on a couple of things. And this was in just the most chill, casual context, just the effortlessness of talking about the thing you're masterful with a girlfriend. It comes out like breath. And she's like, I just want you to know this is the best business advice I've heard from anyone in our industry. And I'm not just saying that. The way that you explain it, the way that you the metaphors that you draw, the way that you say it, it just works. It just lands. And I just thought to myself, how how timely and relevant for business artistry, because that's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's your artistry. The way that you talk about things, the way you see the world, your embodied experience, all the puzzle pieces that make you who you are, that's your distinctive edge. And I have so many clients in my CEO mastermind right now that are making up levels and pivots, and they're merging their passions and ideas into their unique brand, and they are creating a world where things that quote unquote don't normally make sense can collide and harmonize together, and they're introducing an industry of their own. You don't have to choose between your brilliant ideas. You don't have to dial in your niche. You do have to unlearn most of the marketing tactics you've been taught up until this point. You do have to start leading and embracing your unique, values driven movement, because this is what's going to attract your loyal community. You do have to embody your creative leadership and own all of you. You do have to get into a room with women who are so deeply devoted to their own artistry that it causes you to rise. And a huge reason why my CEO mastermind clients experience so much success and create such demand for their brands is because they decided to make art instead of content. They decided to make invitations instead of asking for the sale. They built a relational business, not a transactional one. And we've packaged up their unique experience and genius into a process, a product, a brand, a movement that could never be replicated. I am running fall enrollment for the CEO Mastermind this week, where you can get a one-on-one strategy session with me alongside a ticket to our in-person event happening next fall, alongside saving $3,000 on your enrollment, alongside a 14-month extended payment plan. It has literally never been a better time to join if you've been thinking about applying. And inside the CEO Mastermind, we do not do generic, boring, misaligned business strategy, because I know that your ticket to millions lives within your unique individuality, your creative expression, your creative leadership, the movement, your gifts, true alignment. And if you learn anything from me, I really want you to know that you can design a wildly successful 6-7 figure business that gives you peace, stability, freedom, harmony in your life without being a sheep to mainstream business strategy that doesn't resonate with you anyway. It was never meant to resonate with you anyway, because you are an intuitive, feminine, multi-dimensional, creative woman, and it is time that you monetize your innate magnetic fucking gifts.